Hello everybody, I am here to do this video talking about the treble clef. For a lot of you, this should not be a difficult thing. It should be pretty much the same thing that you've always done. We've done some of it in class, but this is kind of a refresher, kind of like a review. Alright, now I sent out on Google Classrooms some worksheets that deal with the treble clef. Let's go through a little bit of a review. If you look at the worksheets pretty much give you the answers. Look at this. Can you see that at the top? That gives you the answers right here, right there. Remember when we talked about in class with the spaces, the letters that make up the spaces spell F-A-C-E. It spells the word face. And then if you look at the lines use the phrase, every good boy does fine. And all you do is take the first letter of each one of those. You take the first letter of each one of those. Every good boy does fine. That's all you have to do. So when you're looking at the worksheet, for example, this first example, the first example, the note is in the fourth space. Space 1, 2, 3, 4. So the space at the top is space number 4. And if it's talking about spaces, we know that the spaces are face, F-A-C-E. So the fourth letter in face is E. So that note would be E. Let's look at this little thing. When you talk about those little things, those are the things that are called flats or sharps. In this case, that is a flat. All I want you to do is whenever you see one of those symbols, just write it next to the note, just like in example 1. How in example 1, I dropped my phone. That's what happens when you do video. If you look at example 1, it has the E and it simply put the flat next to it. That's all you have to do. Very simple, very easy. It's nothing to it. If you should happen to run into one of the notes that has what's called a natural sign, and a natural sign looks like that. That is what a natural sign looks like. So if you come across a note with a natural sign, you don't have to add a sign to it. If it's A with a natural sign, you can simply put A. If it's B with a natural sign, you simply put B. If it has a flat on it, which looks like that, you simply add that symbol to the end of the note. For example, if there's a flat on the A, you simply write A flat. Same thing with the sharp. That is what the sharp looks like. So if there's a sharp next to your note, you simply write A sharp. And again, if you should happen to come across this note, well, this symbol, which is a natural symbol, you don't have to write the symbol at all. If you just write A, just writing A is the exact same thing as writing A natural. Now, remember, the spaces spell out face, F-A-C-E, starting from the bottom up. The first space is F, second space A, third space is C, fourth space is E. How do you know if a note is on the space? There's no line going in between it. If this is a line and this is a line, the note will be right in there. It won't be in any of those lines. How do you know if your note is on a line? The line will cut through it. If this is a note, the line will cut right across it. And that's how you tell. And remember, if your note is on the line, remember the phrase, every good boy does fine. You line it up with the 5 lines, and you always start from the bottom. So the bottom is the first line, so that would be every good boy does fine. And there you have it. That's all you have to do. So when you look at the worksheet, look at the example at the top, and all I want you to do is just to simply write down the letter of the note that the note is in. First thing you do is determine whether or not it's in a space or a line. Once you determine if it's in a space or a line, then you just write that letter down. If it has a symbol on it, if it has a sharp symbol, just write it after. A sharp. If it has a flat, you simply write the flat sign after. A flat. If it has a natural sign on it, you simply write the letter by itself with no symbol. Does everybody understand? It should be very simple. The treble clef is very easy. Most of you who've already had piano lessons or violin lessons, and some who've been in class, we've talked about this before in class. Treble clef is the easiest one, and it's the one that most people talk about. Now, get that down so next week we can start working on the bass clef. All right, I hope everybody's staying safe. Everybody have fun. Do a good job. Stay safe, because I can't wait to see you all next year. All right, I'll see you next time.